Hello everyone, I'm Bubbles, and today is the first episode of Bubble Talk. So basically, in Bubble Talk, I'm just gonna be talking. It's like the NBA and the NFL right now, as well as Fortnite and other topics that might be in the future. So the main things that I'm gonna be covering today, as well as other things that you guys put in the comments. If you're watching this right now, feel free to ask me any questions or any suggestions of what you want me to do. If you have any idea of what you want me to do, make sure to comment it, and I'll be sure to do it. Even if you're not watching this while I'm live, I will be answering them in the comments below later. Today's main topics we're going to be looking at are LeBron going to the Lakers, Boogie DeMarcus Cousins going to the Warriors, Paul George staying in OKC, Fortnite Season 5, Rajon Rondo going to the Lakers and how LeVar Ball reacted to it, who is contending for the NBA Finals, as well as Kawhi Leonard possibly going to my favorite team, the Clippers. So, I think we should just start from the top of the list and talk about how I'm feeling about LeBron going to the Lakers. So, pretty much obviously, LeBron James is the best player in the NBA without a doubt. You could say that James Harden is up there, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, maybe even guys like Paul George. You could say that they're the best or good, but they're not the best that LeBron is. You could make an argument, but when you put LeBron James there, he just tops them in everything. He's a great scorer, great at assists, great at rebounds, and great pretty much at everything. And he single-handedly pretty much took Cleveland to the finals. Kevin Love was there sometimes. Georgia Hill, I guess, was there sometimes. Maybe even J.R. Smith, except for game 2 and 1 and pretty much all the games in the finals. But it was basically LeBron. So now that LeBron is a free agent, everyone was wondering where he was going to go. Some people said the Lakers, Philadelphia, Boston, all these other places. I was personally hoping the Clippers, since I'm a Clippers fan myself. But unfortunately, that did not happen, and LeBron James signed with the Lakers for, I believe, 4 years. And honestly, I think he's only going to be really this high level for 2 more years. And maybe those next 2 years will still be good, but not the top he is. By the way, I believe, I'm just going to check this comment right now that Logan Biddle said. I couldn't quite, okay, here we go. Sorry, I was going on a tangent, but let me just read this comment. What's up, dude? I'm hanging out on my flight back home at 1:55 SD. Thanks for the live stream. You're welcome, Logan. I'm going to be live streaming this for about an hour. But back to the subject. LeBron to the Lakers. So everyone was wondering where he's going, and he ended up signing with the Lakers 4 years. Honestly, I think the Lakers team he's on is much better than the Cavaliers team he was on before. And if he was able to carry them to the NBA Finals, I believe he can do very good things with these Lakers team. Now, the thing is, this Lakers team is pretty young. They have guys like Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Kyle Kuzma. You can even name other guys. But they are not as developed. They don't have as much skill. But they do have talent. And I think that LeBron James, he's in an interesting situation. He's been in super teams and garbage teams. He hasn't really seen a young team like this. So I'm wondering what he's going to do. Is he going to step up and be a leader? Or is he just going to sit back and not really step up, kind of like Kobe did, I believe. I think LeBron is going to be a good leader, and I think he's really going to develop these players better. Rajon Rondo, Lance Stevenson, some other guys who have gone to the Lakers. And honestly, I'm not a Lakers fan. I like the Clippers. I really hate the Lakers. But with LeBron and with the Lakers and all these other players, such as Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Lonzo Ball, Lance Stevenson, Rajon Rondo. I know there's more, but I can't quite list it off the top of my head. I think LeBron is going to take this team at least into the second round of the playoffs in his first year with them. I don't know if he's going to make it to the conference final. LeBron is with this Lakers team. I wouldn't be too shocked. I don't think he's going to make it to the finals just because of how hard it is to do good in the West. And with super teams like the Warriors in LeBron's Western Division, I don't think he's going to make it to the finals. But I do think he can make it deep. And I do think it's going to be interesting seeing what he can do in 2 or 3 years. He won't be at the top, but he'll have a lot of young talent around him, hopefully, as long as they don't get traded. I think LeBron James is in a good situation with the Lakers. And overall, I think that he is probably going to get at least one title with the Lakers because every single superstar that's gone to the Lakers, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, all of those guys. they have been superstars. Won championships with the Lakers. The only superstar I can't think of that has gone to the Lakers and not gotten a ring, Elgin Baylor. You could say there is some other guys, but I do not believe that those people are superstars. And I do think LeBron James is going to win at least one championship, if not 2 or 3, with his 4 years with the Lakers. Maybe not in the first year, but in the second, third, fourth year, he's not going to be at the top of his game, but those rookies are going to be. Let's move on to the next subject. By the way, we have 4 viewers. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions for me or any suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comments below. Okay, Boogie to the Warriors. Now, DeMarcus Cousins leaving from the Pelicans, going to the Warriors. I liked what he had with Anthony Davis, but he's on a super team now. By the way, I just got a comment, Susan Biddle, saying sup to you. If you have any questions, make sure to tell me them. As I was saying, Boogie to the Warriors. If you don't know, the Warriors now have 5 All-Stars on their team, 3 of which are starting All-Stars in the NBA All-Star last year. With DeMarcus Cousins, their starting lineup is probably most definitely going to look like this. Steph Curry. Sorry, that was stupid. Steph Curry. They're going to have Kevin Durant at the small forward. They're going to have Boogie, obviously, at the center. And then they have, oh my god, I'm so stupid. I cannot remember what the names of the shooting guard, Klay Thompson for the Warriors, and the power forward, oh my god, I'm supposed to be an NBA fan, but I cannot for the life of me know it. Whatever his name is. I'm being stupid right now. Those are all 5 All-Stars, and I think the Warriors are the best that they've ever been with DeMarcus Cousins, a.k.a. Boogie. By the way, Stephanie Smith just asked, why do they call DeMarcus Cousins Boogie? I'm not entirely sure, but I'd have to look that up and I'll research that. But I'm pretty sure it's just because he has a big attitude, and he'll make you run and boogie off if you mess with him. But DeMarcus Cousins to the Warriors is crazy. They are the best they've ever been, and when Kevin Durant went to the Warriors, I was thinking there's no way they're going to manage all those 4 All-Star egos, but they did. And now with DeMarcus Cousins, I think they're going to be able to maintain all those All-Stars, and it's just crazy what the Warriors are going to be able to do. I think they are pretty sure going to the finals, and for the next at least 2 or 3 years, they're going to be good. Klay Thompson might be leaving next year to LA, but I don't know. And as a Clippers fan, they're my favorite NBA team. Susan Biddle just asked. The Clippers are my favorite NBA team by far. I've liked them since I was 6 years old. They used to be in San Diego, so that's why I really like them. And I can only remember liking the Clippers. So Warriors and the Lakers are 2 of the best teams in the league right now. And that really sucks being a Clippers fan since they're both rivals. I predict the Warriors, now with DeMarcus Cousins, I think there's an 80% chance they make the finals. I think they could set the record that was previously they held for most wins. It's just crazy that they have such an all-star team. DeMarcus Cousins, I believe I read that he has 3% more than JaVale McGee, their previous center, and he is leaps and bounds better than JaVale McGee. But Boogie to the Warriors is just crazy to me. Susan Biddle asked me, what is your favorite college team? Now, my favorite college team is the Aztecs because my dad, mom, aunt, uncle, as well as my cousin went there. So I have a lot of alumni in my family. But I also like Notre Dame and Oregon since my grandpa went to Notre Dame, and he and my grandma, they retired in Oregon. So those are my favorite teams. It goes Aztecs and Notre Dame and Oregon. And they're all pretty good at football, and they are pretty good at basketball. By the way, side tangent, I will go to the next topic in a minute. But for the Aztec football, if you don't know, they have a crazy good running back, Rashad Penny, and he was drafted 27th by the Seahawks, which I think is crazy because he was expected to be second, third round. But for a guy who I believe set the all-time rushing record in the NCAA, that is awesome. He's still in the Mountain West, but got to take a lot of talent to do that. Not as good competition, but still pretty crazy that he was able to be drafted 27th, and I'm really going to be looking for him and hoping that he's on my fantasy team because I have a good feeling about him. Next topic, Paul George staying in OKC. Paul George was a free agent. He said he wanted to go to LA. He said he wanted to go to the Lakers. Him and LeBron together could have been crazy. But he stays in OKC, which is weird because OKC did make it to the playoffs, but they did not do so hot. And Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, as well as Russell Westbrook did not seem to fit, did not seem to go together. So why would he want to stay there? Number one, it might be money. He is going to make more money since that's the return team. Number two, that team could do good. First year, he just maybe thought that they didn't fit so well together. He might have thought that maybe another free agent, such as Kawhi Leonard, would come this year, or maybe next year, someone like Klay Thompson might come to their team and make them even better. Honestly, I don't know why Paul George stayed in OKC. I don't think it's that good of a move, but if he's confident with it, he's a superstar, and so is Russell Westbrook. You can talk about how Russell Westbrook is a stat patter and all that, but you can't doubt that. Carmelo Anthony's getting old, and I don't think he's a superstar anymore. I'm interested to see what this team is going to do. I'll talk about that in a little bit more in just a minute. I got a comment from Logan Biddle. He says, yeah, I agree for sure. The Warriors have everyone they've had in their recent prime, plus an incredible big man, which just makes them maybe the best NBA team ever and the best team the NBA has ever seen on paper. I agree with that. I think that's crazy that the Warriors are so good. Susan Biddle just commented quotation marks. And one more question. Stephanie Smith says, what do you think about Luke Walton coaching LeBron? Okay, that's a good topic. I forgot to talk about that. I'll mention. Let me finish my topic with Paul George, and then I'll talk about Luke Walton coaching LeBron. So Paul George staying in OKC, I would say it's not a good move. I would have gone to somewhere like the Warriors, but I don't know. And so far, I don't know. Susan Biddle says, I'm sorry, what are you doing? I just joined. What I'm doing is I'm just talking about different topics in sports, and I will talk about Fortnite some later on. But I'm just going through your questions about what's going on in the sports world, and I also have some questions right here. Okay, Luke Walton coaching LeBron. So if you don't know, Luke Walton, he was picked 32nd in the same draft that LeBron James was picked first. So Luke Walton and LeBron James, Luke Walton's 4 years older since LeBron James was picked out of high school, so he didn't go to college. So Luke Walton is older, but they've had the same time as careers. Now, obviously, Luke Walton isn't playing anymore. He's a coach, and he's kind of a player's coach. And what I think about Luke Walton coaching LeBron, I think that's interesting. I've heard that LeBron James does not talk to Luke Walton at all, which is crazy because when you sign up to play with a team, you kind of want to talk to the coach, but they haven't, which is insane to me. But Luke Walton coaching LeBron, I really don't think it's going to change a lot. Luke Walton, I believe, is a player's coach. He's going to be trying to satisfy the players. And honestly, I don't think it's going to change LeBron James's playing style or how he plays or what his stats are at all. I think his playing time is going to stay the same. You might see a fight between them maybe. I don't really know how well their relationship is, but I really don't think it's going to change that much because LeBron is the real coach. He's the coach on the court, and he makes all the difference. Okay, next up, Rajon Rondo going to the Lakers. So if you don't know, obviously we have Lonzo Ball, who is the starting point guard of the Lakers. And he, with LeBron coming in, LeBron can sometimes be a ball handler. He can bring the ball up the court, which might slow down Lonzo Ball's playing percentage because he's supposed to be the ball handler. He's supposed to be the assist guy. He's a really good passer. That's one of his main things. But LeBron James, if you don't know, every single year he's played, he's been the highest assist leader on his team. So having Lonzo Ball just seems like a less good LeBron who's smaller, can't shoot as well, can't play defense. It doesn't make sense for the Lakers to keep him. So now that it's free agency, they are thinking they're going to trade Lonzo Ball away. Maybe to get someone better. Maybe to get someone who could be more of a role player. Maybe someone in a position that they need to fit. Because Lonzo Ball playing the 2 or just sharing the ball with LeBron at the 1 doesn't make as much sense. So they're thinking they're going to trade. What LeVar Ball says is he starts spreading out rumors about Lonzo Ball being injured. Now, why would you think that would happen? Why would you want to say that your son's getting injured? So he can stay with the Lakers. That's why. He doesn't want to get traded. Lonzo Ball wants to stay with the Lakers. That's where the big brand is. That's where you get all the money. That's where you get the endorsements. That's the center stage. Besides maybe New York, that's the biggest place you can go. Lonzo Ball getting traded would be detrimental. Last year, Lonzo Ball was the main topic. Everyone was talking about Lonzo Ball with the Lakers. He was the big guy. And then LeBron comes in, and Lonzo Ball used to be feeling big and tall. He's lower now. He's not center stage anymore. So LeVar Ball is trying to do all he can to keep Lonzo on that team. He's begging. And then later on, Rajon Rondo gets signed to the team. And LeVar Ball just says, that guy's just a small backup compared to my son. Which, I don't know if that's true. I think Lonzo Ball and Rajon Rondo are going to have a stiff competition to be the starting point guard on that team. And it's going to be interesting because I don't know which one's going to start. Lonzo Ball's the younger, you could say more talented guy. But Rajon Rondo's more safe. Maybe less injury prone. Maybe more experience. Maybe more able to tell those younger players that the Lakers really have what they're supposed to do. A good ball handler, a good court leader. So I'm interested to see what that's going to do. I think the Lakers really don't have a need for Lonzo. I really don't think they're just going shoo Lonzo. I also don't think that they really need to keep him. If they got a good trade for him, I think they'd get rid of him because they have Rajon Rondo, they have LeBron. I don't think the Lakers really need Lonzo Ball, and I don't see why they're keeping him except they haven't gotten any trade deals because of what LeVar Ball has said, because he's leaked the Lonzo Ball getting hurt, because of the attention and maybe negative attention that LeVar Ball might bring. So as of Rajon Rondo going to the Lakers, I think he has a decent chance. I think it's a 50-50 for me for which one's going to be starting. You could say Lonzo because of talent and just because he's maybe the overall better player. But as a maturity, we already have a superstar. We already have LeBron. So why do we need this other guy who might be clogging up attention? I think that within 2 or 3 years, Lonzo Ball might be leaving. Now, Susan Biddle says, do you I don't know how to spell Lonzo Ball. I think what you're trying to say is, by the way, Lonzo is Lonzo, not Lanzo. Do I like Lonzo Ball? I think he's all right. I think his dad's a bit of a big mouth. I think his dad talks too much, tries to amp him up. As of Lonzo Ball's playing, he's not the best shooter. Definitely needs to put up his three-point percentage if he wants to contend with Rajon Rondo. But he definitely has a knack for passing the ball. And I'm kind of interested. I mean, I think he's hyped up a lot. I think he's got a lot of media around him. But now that LeBron's on, his media in the Lakers used to be this, and now it's a lot lower. I think we're really going to see what Lonzo Ball does. And if he plays well with LeBron, he's going to be staying. If he doesn't play so good, if he was overhyped, I think Lonzo Ball is going to be leaving. That's just how I feel about Lonzo Ball with the Lakers. Now, the next topic I have, Kawhi Leonard. So, LeBron James, Paul George, and Kawhi Leonard were the big free agents this year. Obviously, LeBron went to the Lakers away from Cleveland. Paul George, I just mentioned, stayed in OKC. And then we have Kawhi Leonard. Now, Kawhi Leonard hasn't gone anywhere, and I don't think he's going to, because I don't think Greg Popovich wants to let him go. I think he might want to get a good deal for him, but maybe Pop thinks that there's something that Kawhi Leonard can do for this season that he really needs, which is interesting because I don't think that Kawhi Leonard is going to want to play that much, and I don't think he's going to play very well because when a player is unmotivated, they're not going to play as well. And they don't think they have a chance at a title with a load of old guys, Tony Parker, LaMarcus Aldridge, Paul Gasol. When he's with those guys, he's not going to be doing good. So if I were Greg Popovich, I would just try and trade him for as much as you possibly could. But I don't think he's going anywhere this season. I think he's going to stay one more season. The next year he's going to be a free agent. And honestly, the two biggest contenders, I believe, for Kawhi Leonard are the Lakers, because right now they're looking like a young championship contending team, and the Clippers. You might say there's other teams like Philadelphia he might go to. You might say there's other teams, maybe even Celtics. Maybe you could say Cleveland. I don't think it's any of those teams. I think it's either the Clippers or it is the Lakers. Some people have even told me he's going to Milwaukee, but I believe it's those two. And as a Clippers fan, I really want to go to the Clippers. I did not grow up watching Kawhi Leonard. He played for the Aztecs, but I didn't know growing up watching him that much. But I do remember I would see some of his highlights. He's incredible. He was not that good in college as some other players, but in the NBA, he is definitely one of the top 5 best players. You could say LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, then Kawhi Leonard. I think he's the 4th best player in the league. I think so. Leonard going to the Clippers would be amazing. he was on my favorite college team. He was maybe he's the guy who has been the most successful player from the Aztecs in professional sports, going to professional sports. He wasn't the best in college. You could say other guys are better, but especially for basketball, he was the best, obviously, in the NBA. No one else is even close in the NBA. Him on my favorite college sports team, going to my favorite NBA team, would be amazing. I would go to so many games. I would buy a jersey right when that happened. Because Kawhi Leonard is one of my favorite players. And him going to the Clippers is awesome. Him going to the Clippers would be a dream come true for me. And it would just be amazing. I would love it. Who are the Clippers going to trade for him? If he does get traded, I'm thinking Tobias Harris and Lou Williams are probably the top two guys. Tobias Harris is probably the most likely since he's probably the best player on the Clippers. He's also the youngest. I would like them to keep him since I think he's going to be doing better soon. Not a superstar, but maybe a good star in the future. Maybe Kevin Love, maybe a little bit better than the Kevin Love type of area. And I would just love it if Kawhi would go to the Clippers. Some comments I just got was Logan Biddle says, I was thinking Leonard with the Clippers. Yes, I believe that's going to happen too. I think he's the front runner. I don't know if Leonard wants to be competing with LeBron, and I think the Clippers have a little bit more cap space as well. Next up, Stephanie Smith says, how will Cleveland do without LeBron? That is a great question. Let's talk about how Cleveland's going to do with LeBron. Let me just get something so I can show you exactly how he's going to do. By the way, yes, Susan Biddle, the next topic is Fortnite after I explain how Cleveland's going to do with LeBron. Just give me a minute. You see this? Can you tell me what this is? This is a trash can. And that is because without LeBron, Cleveland is going to do trash. Let me just put this back. Before, 2 years ago, it was Kyrie, Kevin Love, and LeBron. They were all good together, and Kyrie left. Kevin Love's like, still fine, I got LeBron James. Now he leaves. Kevin Love is the only good player, semi-good player, in Cleveland. Maybe someone like George Hill, you could say, J.R. Smith. Those aren't stars. Those aren't superstars or even stars. Kevin Love is a star. Definitely not a superstar. Definitely not up there. Maybe in the top 25, 20, 30 players, depending on how you look at him. Kevin Love's the only good player there. And I think he's going to want to leave soon. Those other players, they are not good. And I believe this next year at least. Trash can. One of the worst teams in the NBA. I predict you can quote. For me, Cleveland isn't looking so good the next 2 or 3 years. They could pick up some guys in the draft, rework their team. Right now, they're doing trash. That's just how I'm thinking. Okay, next topic is Fortnite Battle Royale. Then we'll go back to some basketball or football questions if you have any of those for me. Okay, Fortnite. So, some people have been saying, some people have leaked. I don't know if this is true. This is just what I've heard. These are the rumors that have been spreading. This is what I've been seeing. That the new theme for Fortnite Season 5 is Ancient Times. I don't know. Some people say it's going to be Roman Ancient Times, Egyptian. I think the coolest thing of those probably be Egyptian. Some people think it would be summer since it's summer, but I really don't think Fortnite's going to do that. I don't think that for that straightforward. And I don't think there's that many creative things to do. You could have someone who's in swim shorts or someone who's a snorkeler or a scuba diver, but those aren't very cool skins. History is what Andre said. Andre just said history in general. Yeah, that would be cool. I think that's what they might do. And some people that have said history in general. Some people have said things like Andre just said Wild West, Egypt, Rome. I would like to see everything in general. I think that would be kind of cool. It would be awesome because there's so many things you could do. Wild West cowboy. Andre was just telling me earlier, you could see a Wild West cowboy riding on a Lou llama. That would be amazing. That was a really cool idea by Andre. That could be a promo thing. Maybe a challenge would be finding cowboys riding llamas all around those little statues, just kind of like the hidden gnomes. And there could be, I was talking with Andre earlier, which is, most of this is credited by him. There could be Egyptian pharaoh skin. There could be sphinxes skins. For Roman, there could be Roman general skins. There's a lot of different options in history times. So I'd be interested. I don't know. Um, I don't know. I really think that Fortnite is trying to get their best skins out for Season 5 since it's summer, and they're looking for their best in summer because this is when Fortnite's the most popular. People are off of school, people might be getting less work. They have more time to hang out and play Fortnite. So if Season 5 is good, Season 5 is amazing. If Season 5, to me, is as good as Season 3, Fortnite's going to continue for 6, 7, maybe 8 seasons. Fortnite Season 5 is bad, about as bad as Season 4. Season 4 was okay. It started off, it went worse in a couple weeks, and now it's getting better. I like the skins more, but it's just all felt kind of meh. Then I only think it's going to last 6, maybe to 7.5 seasons. I don't know. I don't even know if it'll get past the 6th season if Season 5 is bad. Because this is the most important time of Fortnite. Season 5. And I don't know. The rocket launch just happened into the sky. I don't know what that's going to mean, but I have a theory. Hear me out. Rocket launches into the sky, hits the atmosphere, boom. There's a hole in the sky. What would that mean? That might make sense for summer because the sun's brighter. Doesn't really make much sense. Maybe it could be ancient times because it opened a time portal and maybe bring all these guys through. It wouldn't make that much sense, but it would make more sense. Kind of like a portal bringing through ancient times. But you know what would be the most likely for a crack in the sky? For a portal? Aliens. Aliens. That's what I think the Season 5 theme might be. Some sort of alien spaceship. We've already seen the aliens. You could say the Leviathan is kind of an alien. You could maybe see even the swamp creature might be an alien. We haven't seen an official alien skin. We've seen astronauts and space stuff, which is why I don't think this is the most popular. But I do believe the rocket launching into the sky and making that big hole in the sky might make it into aliens or something like that. Time travel could also be a thing where it's ancient times, and I would like to see that. I really don't want it to be aliens, but I have a feeling it might be something like that. Because it's the sky and stuff. And Fortnite is really overdone. If you look at it, there is a lot of things that have astronauts and stuff like that. And I don't know, it might be aliens. I got a question twice. I'm sorry, Lindsay Biddle. I didn't, Susan Biddle. I haven't answered your question. Andre, you have one too. You said, have you heard about Tomato Town? Have you heard about the Tomato Head yet? I've heard about it. Haven't quite seen it. I don't know if you're talking about something specific. If you could specify that, that'd be better. What is going to happen? I don't know. I don't know what exactly that has to do with everything. I don't completely understand it, but it's there, and all these rocket parts are there, and that might have something to do just kind of like the meteors were. Also, Andre asked, what do you think will happen to the seed of it? And he also said, you know how the meteor came and it didn't make a crack in the atmosphere? Well, the rocket made a crack in the atmosphere. Maybe that's because, I don't know. The head disappearing. Yeah, the tomato head disappearing. Yeah, I've heard about that. I haven't seen it. I'll probably look it up after this live stream when I play some Fortnite. But I've seen it. I don't know what that has to do. I don't know what all the rocket parts have to do. I saw the visitor skins come out. That's another alien kind of space happen. I don't know. Logan just said it happened. It's gone right now. The tomato head, it's gone. I don't know. I don't know what all this stuff means, but I think it could either be ancient times or aliens. Tomato head and tomato town is gone. Yeah. That's what I heard. Some person, I think Andre or someone told me that it's a void now. It's a void sucking in things. But I saw, I'm like, oh, this doesn't look like a void. And it just looks like it's on. So yeah, it's already gone. So that could be that ancient time people hit it off. Maybe aliens warped it up. I don't know. There's a lot of speculation until Fortnite Season 5 officially comes out, or there's officially promo posters. And that's what's going to happen. That's when we're going to know. As I said earlier, Andre said, what do you think will happen to Dusty Divot? Here's what I want to happen to Dusty Divot. I want the OG factory to come back. I remember a little bit after Season 4 came out, me and Logan were talking about how it's so sad that the OG factory's gone. There's so many great memories about the OG factory. Such a beautiful place. Such a great streamer spot. And now it's gone because of Dusty Divot. What I want to happen is Dusty Divot gets all the way filled up. The divot gets, the real Dusty gets fixed up, and the old factory comes back, maybe modified. It's not going to happen though. The divot's not going to get full all the way up. But what I do think is going to happen, I think would kind of be cool, is that it gets more grassy. There's more trees and stuff, and the lab thing that's kind of in there gets overrun with trees and branches and vines and all that sort of stuff, and that's what happens. That's what the new dusty divot looks like. It's kind of like green, grassy, kind of swampier area, kind of like Moisty Mire, but with the lab in it. And I think that would be interesting. I think that's what's most likely to happen, and I don't know. I just got a question from Logan Biddle, but do you think it has something to do with season 5? Are you talking about Dusty Divot or the Tomato Head? I'll answer both. The Tomato Head being gone, I think it does have something to do with season 5, but if it does, we're not going to know till season 5 because we don't know what it is, and I'm not the best theorist, so I can't link all those things up. Because honestly, last year it was pretty simple. I think in week 8 they released a superhero thing, and there's the meteors coming down, and that showed the pop rocks and stuff, and that wasn't really related though that was kind of related to superheroes and how they maybe got the superpowers, but it wasn't the biggest connection. So the Tomato Head being gone, maybe it'll be food theme. Maybe it'll just be loads of pizza heads, tomato heads, pasta balls. That'll be the new theme. That would be pretty funny. That's very, very, very unlikely, but maybe that's an indication. At this point, I'm really unsure. Now, do you think the divot has something to do with season 5? No. I think the comments after season 5 over, everything with that, most of the meteors will be filled up. All that'll pretty much be done. That's part of season 4, and it's over. So, kind of done. And Logan says OG Factory rip. I actually really did like OG Factory, and it kind of hurt me that it was gone. Why couldn't they just move it over to a little bit? Maybe even put like a little bit of a remain of the OG Factory, at least in the divot, just to show. Can I get a rip in the chat for the OG Factory? Logan Biddle asks, are you a fan of the playground mode, and be specific on it? I haven't been able to play it yet, so I want to hear detailed input on the LTM. So, if you didn't know, the reason I haven't been uploading and all this, I forgot to mention this in the beginning. I'm really sorry about that. I haven't uploaded for about 2.5 weeks because I've been on a trip for 2.5 weeks. I was camping, then I went in Austin to see my niece and nephew, and I also was at the Grand Canyon, and it was pretty cool. But I wasn't able to, I had a video recorded, but I wasn't really able to edit it. So that's why I haven't had a video, and I wanted to do this live stream, and I will be having a video coming out soon, and that is called how young NBA players do on one team. But Logan's specific question was on the LTM of the playground mode, and I just got back to playing Fortnite, and I played it with Andre for about 3 hours. So I got to check out the dual pistols, which are a really good gun. I really like using it. You can do pretty good with it. It's an awesome gun. I don't like the other gun that was out. I don't even remember the game. It's basically just kind of an SMG-ish thing with an AR kind of mixed. I don't like it. I don't use it. The playground mode. It is definitely interesting. It's squads. You can attack your friends and you can't see them on the map. So what me and Andre did earlier is we did only tilted towers. When we fought in tilted towers, most kill win. You can respawn. You can kind of make rules by yourself about who's going to be where, who's going to be what. And the playground mode is really fun. I haven't really built any structures yet, and I think it would be cool if I could get into a squad and together build a big structure because you get loads of resources really quick, and you have an hour total to do it, 55 minutes, and then the storm comes in 5 minutes. So you can build some pretty crazy animations stuff, and I haven't been able to do that. I kind of want to do that. I might make a video on it. I don't know. But I've seen some pretty cool things, pretty crazy things done with that. The playground mode, fighting-wise, I've had things with my friend where we all try and ready up at the same time and then we fight at the same spot. Playground mode makes it even better. You can drop at the same spot. You can make specific rules just for your friends, and it's incredible. It is so fun. It's probably my favorite LTM of all time because there's so many different things you can do. I played 2 full hours of it, and I wasn't bored of it really that much. I think I could have played it longer. If I had a full squad, it would be especially fun because you could have 4 people, all 4 of them land at different spots and then meet up in the middle and fight, and that would just be so fun and so crazy incredible. And I just think LTM mode, the one thing that I hate about it, I love the length of it. I love that you can leave at any time. I love that it counters your kills. I love it shows in playground mode you can get loads of resources. The one thing I don't like about it, well, there's actually two. One thing I don't like about it is you can't have more people. You can only have 4 on a squad, and it'd be awesome if you could have like up to 10. The other thing I don't like about it is that it's an LTM. It sucks that Fortnite can't just have it in forever as a constant game mode. That would be so awesome. It would just make Fortnite more entertaining. And it sucks that it's only an LTM. I can understand other LTMs being put in and out because they're not as popular. But this, if it was in forever, that would be incredible. Okay, let's see. Do you think it was a good idea to have the rocket hit Dusty? I think it was smart, but I miss the OG factory. I think it was a smart idea because Dusty was not a very popular spot, and nothing was really going on there. There wasn't a lot of loot, and there was a decent amount of people going there. So I think it was smart that it hit that and it made a good spot, but still, it kind of sucks that the OG factory was gone. If there was any place that I would rather have it hit than Dusty, I definitely have Dusty as the biggest place to hit, since it was Dusty Depot was a really low quality area and it's right in the middle of the map. Any other place I'd rather it hit? Maybe not Tomato Town. I don't really think there's anywhere else. I might have it hit somewhere like Junk Junction, but that's about it. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry, but I have to mention this. In Season 4, about halfway through Season 4, they added the new soccer field, which is cool. I think it's a decent area. I don't go there a lot, though, because the loot is kind of spread out, which kind of sucks, and I'd rather go to the other soccer field or even the soccer field in Pleasant Park and then just loot like Pleasant Park. But, viewers, you may have noticed that this big soccer field is there, and everyone's happy about it. But a lot of things that even I at once forgot, and was reminded by Kyle, it's the Harry Potter world, the Haunted Hills area. The soccer field made it popular for a little bit longer, but also took out these haunted abandoned houses in Fortnite in that little area. They're really good for looting. It was really great for squads or even duos because you could have someone go to junk, someone go to haunted, someone go to the abandoned houses, someone go to the movie theater right by it, and then you get loads of loot, and then you all meet up, and then you go to Pleasant Park. That was a really cool route, and I really liked that. And it kind of sucked that the soccer field had to be so spread out of loot, and it kind of sucks. Okay, I got 3 questions. First one, Susan Biddle. Do you think something is going to happen to Loot Lake and the river? Some people have been saying that Loot Lake is going to get bigger and that the river is going to get bigger. And here's why I don't think that's going to happen. Number 1, if it gets bigger, that just sucks. You have to wade through more water. Number 2, if it gets bigger, it's also going to have to either rise or fall, and that's interesting. And then it's going to take out some of the landscape nearby, and I just don't think that's a likely idea. I don't think they're going to do that. I don't think Loot Lake's going to expand. Maybe they'll add another smaller lake. Maybe they'll make a separate river path, but I don't think it's going to get bigger. Next question, Logan Biddle. Big question. Do I get the new Red Knight item in the shop? I have the V-Bucks currently. Also, Andre says, did you hear Duke the Bush Baked Beans dog died? I don't know, and I didn't hear that. Don't get the backbling. Okay. Here's why I would not get the Red Knight. It is an awesome skin. I really think it's cool. And if you really love the design, I like the design. I didn't quite love it, though, because of one reason. It doesn't have the backbling. If you get the original Red Knight skin, you get the backbling with it, which is a really cool backbling. One of the best of all time. But here's the thing. When you get the new skin, that is 2,000 V-Bucks, 20 bucks, mind you, you do not get the backbling. So people can tell by just having a little bit of a look that you are not an original Red Knight. If you would get the backbling, I would probably get the Black Knight. But, the Red Knight, I mean. But it's still a cool design, but if you want to get it so it can be rare, the rareness and the coolness about it is going to go down a little bit. It's not going to be as popular. It's a lot of people that had it before that are cool with it, that it's so rare, it's not going to be as rare, especially since it didn't have the backbling. If it did have the backbling, I might get it. It's a really cool skin. It's just it's a similar thing to the Aerial Ace. In the Aerial Ace was really cool, and all the soccer skins were really cool skins. You could customize them, and I got it, and now I kind of regret it, because a lot of people do have the skins, and I don't even like soccer that much anyways, so, I'm probably going to refund it. Now, there's 2 legendary skins from the shop, which I think is one of the first times that's happened, like separately, not connected skins. And that is the Red Knight and also the Centurion. Now, I got the I think it's called Centurion or whatever, and I like this skin. It's blue and orange, which is a pretty cool color mix up. And the robot skin looks really cool. It's a really great skin, and I really don't want other people to get it because it's kind of rare out there. You don't see a lot of other people with it. And I had the V-Bucks, and I was thinking about getting the Red Knight, and then Andre told me, wait a minute. Number 1, it doesn't have the back bling, so it's not as rare. Number 2, a lot of other people are going to be getting it just like you, and you're kind of going to get rid of it, just like the aerial threat and all the soccer skins. And it's just, if you're getting it for that coolness factor, that rareness factor, it's really not there. But I do think it's a really cool design. It is a pretty cool skin. And if I had a lot of V-Bucks, it's probably one of the skins I would get. Logan Biddle says, no, I'm not getting it. I just found out it didn't have the back bling. Interesting. I'm not so huge fan of the new skin at all. Yeah, I mean, the robot skins are kind of interesting because you either love them or you hate them. And I loved it. And I have enough V-Bucks to get that anyways. Also, gotta be honest, I got the infinite dab, which is just loads of dabs all over and over again. And that was because it was funny. It's cool. Okay, the infinite dab, got it because. And I like the new skin. You might not like it. I can kind of see how you wouldn't like it. It does look a little bit clunky, the front of it, and the back bling doesn't look amazing. But the Fortnite skins that are out right now, compared to them, I think it's one of the better ones. You have to admit, the other robot skin, it was good, but I like this one better just because of the color swapping and all that. I also don't like the new cuddle team leader, the fireworks leader. It's all right. Wouldn't have gotten it. I'm glad I got that instead. There aren't many other skins that I would get before it. Red Knight, I wouldn't get before it just because of the rareness factor. If it was still OG Red Knight, pre-new Red Knight, with the back bling that no one else could get that in a heartbeat. I would pay 4,000 V-Bucks for that. But not getting it just because of the back bling. Okay, I have like Logan, the Vertex back bling is really good and it goes with everything. It does go with a lot of good stuff. Just like the Black Knight back bling, which is one of the main features, because that back bling goes with a lot of different stuff. So that makes it cool. But you only get the Red Knight skin, and there are decent back blings that go with it. I just didn't get it. The cable is really good with it. Give me a minute. My voice hurts. I've been talking for 42 minutes, and I need a water break. Okay. I like all the questions you've been having, but I think I have one last topic, and then I can just move on to pure questions. This is the last one I have on my topics list. And that is, who is the main contenders for the championship? And also the other reason I'm ending this, and I'm not going to quite go to an hour, is because it's really hot in my room. Because otherwise you can hear my fan. You can already kind of see it right there. You might even be able to hear it. And I want to put it high, but it's really loud and it's really distracting. So I'm getting hot. I know my throat is going to get sore. But the main question, who are the main contenders for the championship, NBA championship? That's an interesting question because now with LeBron in the West is packed. The East is not as packed. So here are, I think, are the main contenders. Let's go to the West. First of all, Golden State. Obviously, the heavy favorite for the NBA title. Sorry. They were amazing before, they've been amazing in the future, they're going on a run, and now they just got Boogie. And before you might have thought, oh, they don't want a title as much because they've already gotten a couple, which is true, but now DeMarcus Cousins really wants a title. He knows he can get it, and I think he has the drive to really push this team to another one. I obviously don't want them to win, but I think they are. Another big contender so far, LA. A lot of people are saying that LA just doesn't have that much enough talent to get there. But if LeBron James could take the Cleveland Cavaliers, who without LeBron I think are a worse team than the Lakers with LeBron, then he can definitely take the Lakers, who are a talented young team who's coming up and doing good. They do have flaws, but so did Cleveland. Their entire team was basically a flaw besides LeBron, and now he's in the Lakers. I think he can do incredible things with them, even though I don't like the Lakers. So those are probably the two biggest, and then you also have obviously Houston with you have not Paul George, Chris Paul, and you also have what's his name? The beard. Oh my gosh, I could just not remember names. I've been talking for way too long. James Harden. Those two are big, and they also have Clint Capela, Trevor Ariza. Those guys really stepped up, and I think Houston is. Those are the three big contenders. Golden State in the West, Golden State, Houston, Golden State, Houston, and LA. By the way, Susan Biddle and Andre just said bye. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. It was really fun. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. And make sure to tune in for another Bubble Talk. But we're not done yet. Those are the big guys in the West. If the Clippers get Kawhi, I don't think they're a championship runner, but they could make it first, second, maybe even into the conference finals. I don't think they're going to the NBA finals, and if they did, they're definitely not winning because they're not beating out. They're not getting there because they're not beating out against the Warriors. Probably not Houston. Probably not LA Lakers. But then we have in the East. In the East, the big contender. There was one, and it's the Boston Celtics. Now, some of you might be thinking, what about Philadelphia? They have Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, and those guys are both very good players. They are very good. I think that those guys can be big superstars in the future. Right now, those are only just two big superstars, and there are other players on the 76ers. But I think that Boston is much better. Kyrie Irving is a great point guard. Gordon Hayward, great small forward. They also have Jason Tatum, another great small forward. Jaylen Brown, a great shooting guard. And then they have rounding out at the center position, Al Horford, a great veteran. All these players, besides Al Horford, are all decently young. They don't have very big egos. You could say that Kyrie Irving is going to try and leave and that he has a big ego, but that's besides the point. These guys are very good. And without Gordon Hayward and Kyrie Irving playing the entire year, they went to the conference finals and kind of got decently close against LeBron. So I think this team is definitely going to make the finals. I think there is a higher chance of them making the finals than the Warriors, not because they're better. I think the Warriors are better. But I do think that the Celtics have a worse East. The East is much worse than the West. So I think they have a chance. There's two other teams that you might say have a chance. There's the Jazz with Donovan Mitchell, who's carrying them, who's a mini LeBron James to me. Who's good. He makes it to the second round, but he's definitely not making it to the finals. It's Donovan Mitchell. It's really not the Jazz. They have other guys, maybe Derek Favors. It's Donovan Mitchell. Then you have the Raptors. The Raptors. They've gotten crushed by LeBron every year, but now LeBron is gone, so maybe the conference finals? Definitely not the NBA finals. Because the Celtics are going to beat them out. And I think the 76ers could beat them out too. But things are looking better for the Raptors. So those are my two biggest. Those guys are my biggest NBA contenders. I say Golden State has the highest chance of winning the finals. Then probably Boston. Then Houston. Then LA Lakers. Then after that, probably, I don't know. There's teams like the 76ers who could be there. You might say the Jazz. I know I'm missing a lot of other teams. You could maybe even say the Spurs, their old team, plus Kawhi Leonard. That's about all. I don't think there's many other teams that can contend. That's all my topics done. If you guys have any other questions, put them in the comments below. I'm going to wait a little bit because when I talk, you guys get it 30 seconds later. So when you're hearing this, I just talked that about 30 seconds in the past. So I'm going to wait a little bit and hear what you think. If you are watching this live, thank you for watching this 48-minute live stream, almost 49. I know it's kind of long. And I do talk a lot, but I hope I was entertaining. Make sure to tell me if you're watching this afterwards. Wow, you have a lot of guts to watch the entire thing, or maybe you just scroll to the end because your friend told you to. This entire live stream on live. Thank you for watching. And if you are on live and you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments. I will be answering every single question. Anyone live have any other questions? We have 2 viewers, 4 likes. I think that's about it for Bubble Talk episode 1. I do not have any questions. I'm not going to be editing this in the future either since it's in a front thing and it's hard to edit. Okay, Logan Bill has one last thanks. Thanks for the live stream, bro. I have no questions. This really helped me pass time. If only this were during my flight. I wish I could. I don't think you have Wi-Fi, and I really don't have any other things, and it's really getting hot. It's really hurting. I don't have anything else to do. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Turn on the bell so you can get notified. And I might have some upcoming secrets that you might want to look for at the beginning of my videos. So you might be able to win a gift card or something else in the future. Just saying. I'm thinking about doing some stuff with that. Without further ado, I'm Bubbles. Thank you for watching. And Logan says, I do, however, by the time my flight starts, it's 2 a.m. in San Diego. Okay. Make sure to watch more Bubble Trouble videos. Without further ado, I'm done with the self-branding. I'm Bubbles. And I am out. And remember, Nobody likes wheat toast.